Whoops. Oh, hi, Leather Rokk here. Welcome to my channel. Oh, this is my tabby boy. Who both kitties I had to hunt them down so I could have them for my video. So I'm going to show you this look. This eye look is heavy on the glitter, and I again have used it with this really versatile palette. This Bye Bye Birdie palette, I'm telling you, I keep on finding really great looks with this, and it comes with these intense pressed glitters here. There's one that has white iridescent chunks, and they have this other one that has all these multicolored that it's so hard to describe. I could just give you a close-up look on the lid, and I wanted to really showcase that, and I ended up using a bunch of colors, and I will show you how I did it. I wasn't planning on filming a video today. As a matter of fact, I was going to go and get dressed and put my makeup on so that I could go get my internet access. And we had the latest technician from the company that I shall not name, and he was actually the best so far. And I'm not being sarcastic. And he said that he's actually couldn't do everything today because he didn't have the necessary equipment, but he's supposedly going to be by here tomorrow. So we'll see. This is just crazy because tomorrow is one of my posting days, and I have an outlet with my name on it at the nearest casino so that I can get my internet access. Oh, I gotta tie my hair up with something. Oh, here it goes. Oh boy, yeah. Yeah, I was really inspired by that glitter. Um, I had to. That said, regarding another video that I have not posted yet, that you're gonna see soon, or that if you're seeing this, you already saw it. I did not like the thumbnails I shot because turns out the finished product, the eyes did not match, and I looked at the pictures were so atrocious. They were like something that a kindergartner could probably have done better. So I went and I retouched the eyes so they matched, and I took a couple more stills, and I got something that's halfway okay. The lighting, I swear, the lighting that I'm working with here where I live, I can't make it look good. It looks better in the bathroom, but there's nothing good in the background. Bathrooms are. It's not like that one place that I did the video. That fancy bathroom. Okay, I'm going to use this vitamin E oil crap to take my makeup off. And Tabby boy, you better be good. Oh. The other day when I went out to get my internet stuff, it was spitting rain by the time I left the house to go there. And sure enough, it was raining while I was there. And I found myself starting to fall asleep. And I wanted to make as many pennies as possible on one of my day job things. In the same token, I wanted to not be cognizant of my surroundings and be careless with my equipment and have somebody steal my purse or to have something stupid, irresponsible happen. Doesn't this look charming? Now, the foundation that I was wearing today is the Color Mates Solid Makeup Compact. At one point, I dropped it on the floor, and so I actually soap and water washed the outside of it, and that is drying in another room, so I'm not going to be able to show it to you unless I have another one that's also open. I kind of don't use that too much because it has one of its ingredients is mineral oil, which is a product I kind of try to avoid. And even though it's a convenient makeup because it's a compact, it doesn't weigh much. It's really great for travel. It's not going to spill on you the way a bottle of liquid would. You don't have to worry about double bagging it so that it doesn't leak. But it feels so. It's a bit sheerer than a good full coverage foundation like the liquid foundation. I'm working on the ordinary. But for some reason, I wanted to not use my best foundations if I was just going to go to a public Wi-Fi place. Because at that point, I wasn't thinking, "Oh, I'm going to film a video today." I wear makeup almost every single day, whether or not I go on camera. I just, there's no reason not to put makeup on because that way you're prepared for any eventuality. It would suck if I didn't bother getting dressed nice and put makeup on and say somebody were to show up because nobody calls or emails first, they just show up. And if I'm not presentable, then, I feel very awkward and, it's better to be prepared. So, all right, I'm going to have to slap some other foundation crap on. Okay. All right. I'll just go what I've been wearing on the days that I don't wear the ordinary foundation. This is the L'Oreal True Match in the shade W1. I hear you, Tabby boy. What's the matter? Hey, I've been scooping a lot in the litter box. I can't imagine you have to go. I know all the duty I'm doing. I'm doing the duty. DOODYDUTY. Anybody that has cats, they got to clean up after. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, oh yes, we hear you. What's the matter? And you watch when somebody comes back. Oh, he's gonna slam, slam that door. And this computer is balanced on an empty box on a stand-up desk, so it's at a high enough level. All right, what's the matter? Oh, what's the matter? You complain too much. My cat complains too much. I better open my door so he can go. You want to go someplace? You want to go? Okay, go. Goodbye. Goodbye. All right. Okay, first step. Oh, if my eyebrows look different this time, I couldn't find my sharpener to use the color to mix with that purple shade, so I just used the purple. It's fairly close match to my eyebrows. It's maybe a little bit pinker, but I wish I could tell you the exact name of it. In one of my earlier videos where I reviewed makeup hauls that I got from Wish.com, it was the purple eye pencil from that. So, okay, first thing I'm going to do is, okay, now I did use one color from the Ulta Beauty Shine Brighter palette. There is a frosty white. Oh, wait a minute. There's the eye coat I want to do first. I guess it's going to be in here. Yeah. Put the coat on. The eye primer. Okay. This is the Ulta Beauty matte eye primer in the shade Nude. Yeah. Try to touch some to your lower lash line. If you're really fair skinned like I am, you don't want to get this all over in the under eye area too much though, because it's darker than your skin tone and it will be obvious. And I don't like putting a lot of tacky coats under this area because it ends up just smudging the mascara and the eyeliner. And even if the eyeliner doesn't do it, the mascara almost always does. I'm so sick and tired of not wearing mascara or eyeliner just because I'm so dreading that smudge. And after all these years of doing makeup, you'd think I'd find a way around it. And I'm not going to invest in these ridiculous setting sprays that some of you guys pay for that's $18 or more for a little 2-ounce spray or something. I think that smells like snake oil to me. I'm going to put this back. I'm not going to need that anymore. Now, there are so many brushes used for this look. I have to be very careful not to confuse them. I think my next step is going to be, I'm going to get number stickers, and I am going to number each one so that I could do this faster. That's going to be my next thing. I just got to get stickers small enough. I'm sure maybe I can get them at the dollar store or something. Uh, okay. The first thing we're going to do is the crease color, and oh, here it is. Okay, and it is a very pale color called nesting. And I'm going to use, this is, I didn't go out of my way to use brushes for a specific purpose. If I had my druthers, I would have almost all this brush. This is my favorite. This is the B&H Cosmetics I7 or L7, whatever it is. It's one of my favorite brushes. I love them so much. They're a little too expensive for me to buy 10 of them because they may be even more than $5, which you guys are probably laughing at me. I don't care. Anyway, I'm going to use an ELF-C brush, and I'm going to get into nesting. It is for many people, this would be a flesh tone. Oh, shh. Well, one brush I'll have to wash. Okay, and I'm going to use this mirror because there is no mirror on that. And I'm going to hope. Okay, I'm going to just do the crease. I'm going to leave the lid. I'm not going to get anything on that lid. It needs to be tacky. Both sides of this. You know what? Let me turn the TV down. I don't want to get in trouble. I had Fox News on, and that stuff's copyrighted, and I don't want a copyright strike for something as ridiculous as a news broadcast or something. Because that wouldn't be what would probably get me in trouble. What would get me in trouble would be music on one of those commercials. Okay, you can hardly see this, but this is the first step. And then I'm going to put this down here. And of course, let me take a look at the brush that I dropped down here so I can see all right. I have to make a note of that so that I can get the same shape, roughly, brush for that. Okay. All right, on to the second color. I really wish this palette had a mirror. That would be so nice. Okay, you know what? I am going to actually do the third step here. I'm going to deepen the crease. And I'm going to use a color that's still also kind of flesh-like. It's called Boo Bird. And I hope this is the right, yes. And this is another ELF brush, and it's also a C brush. It's got a different shape handle because one of them was on their studio line and was a little bit more expensive, but they are still very reasonable priced company for your makeup and your brushes. I haven't bought from them for years though because most of their eyeshadow colors tend to be still too neutral for my tastes. I didn't care for their mascaras. And some of the things, I like their lipsticks, but they didn't have a long shelf life. Okay, with this color, Boo Bird, I'm just going to deepen the crease. Don't make it thick. Make it thinner than the previous color. That's why you want one of these brushes, because you want to be able to use the point of the brush. And maybe not use as much Boo Bird as you use nesting. Just to intensify the center of the crease. Again, don't let it get on the lid. You really need the lid to still be tacky from the primer that you used. I hope these match. Okay, put this over here. Now for the next color, we're not going to need a brush. Use your finger as long as you don't have long nails. There is a pressed glitter here that I based the look on this basically. You want to take a finger that has your shortest nail, and press on this. Don't press so hard that you're going to damage it. I noticed these products are soft and it almost feels creamy when you press hard in them, so you can really mess up your palette. These palettes, one of the things that I like to do, and this is crazy, it's almost like a druggy thing. I like to just open them up and look at them. These color combinations, and especially the ones that have all these vivid, shiny, gorgeous colors, they're just really something to look at. They're really beautiful. I can imagine framing them in such a way so that the colors were exposed and having them on your wall so that you can have one wall that like is a kaleidoscope of beautiful colors. And there's probably makeup freaks that do that, you know. Okay, I'm just pressing on the eyelid, starting from the corner. I hope this shows up well. See, when I first did this, I actually did the glitter first and then built the things around it. And when you do that, you keep on sweeping glitter off with all those brushes. So if you do the crease, most of the crease work first, and then you apply the glitter, then maybe the glitter will stay on in a more pronounced way. Now I realize some of you want your, excuse me, your glitter to be more grown up, more sophisticated, more subtle. So if that's your bag, then fine. But if you want it to get the payoff or the drama that most people want in a glitter, it probably might help if you would go on again, just on the lid with a primer or something to moisten the area if you want it to stand out some more. The only thing is then when you open and close your eyes throughout the day, you're probably going to have more smear. Now don't take the glitter all the way to the edge, only do it a little bit more than half of the way. It's really important that you have some moist, plain nude surface area that's available for more eyeshadows. Okay, so I go just a little bit, like approximately where, where the iris curves. You want to have, like, imagine a rounded triangle of lid space so that you can put more color. This looks really pretty from out in the mirror view. I have a lamp, table lamp here, and one of my friends from high school gave me this lamp here. Let me show you. It is actually from the 50s, and he's a lot into Gothic Lolita. He might even be watching this, I don't know. But anyway, when I had problems with a lamp and I had nothing for, oh yeah, when I was having problems with the overhead lighting, he gave me that so I would have at least something to try to film by. So I figured having maybe that would make my hair, bring out the purple in my hair and make it look less blue. So I have lighting on either side of me, you know. I look at those ring lights, and they still seem so cost prohibitive. And then some people, apparently there's a controversy with them, that some of them act like a filter and they make you look a lot better than you actually are capable of looking, so that when you produce videos, people see the videos and then they wonder why, when they're copying what you're doing, they can't look as good. And here it turned out that there's, apparently you're fooling them by having lighting that's too good or something. I don't know. All I know is they want the cheapest I see, they want $80, $90, and that's ridiculous. And meanwhile, I have a computer that doesn't run Windows, so I can't, there's so much I can't do, but at least I'm able to film for you guys. Okay, you'll notice that it's not going to stick to the crease really because you've already got a lot of product on there. Okay, I hope this is symmetrical. It's hard to tell. On to the next color. All right, now we are going to do something with this outer area. And we are going to use, again, my favorite brush. And this beautiful, gorgeous purple color, Finch. And this is a frosty, oh, like a magenta kind of a eyeshadow. Oh, this is just heavenly. This is definitely, if I had to pick one particularly favorite eyeshadow color, I would think it would be this one, even though this one actually looks brighter on the lid. Oh, love it, love it, love it. This is the color Finch, and I am going to do an outer from the wing, I mean, from the crease to the lid and make like a triangle. I was sweeping like this, but that takes off too much glitter. Don't go too high here. Just, you're pressing. It's better to press than it is to drag. And do the other side. Oh, I screwed up. Did you see that? Oh, I screwed up. Got it on the wrong one. Now I've got to really rub this like crazy. And you know what? I'm glad I have a washcloth. Some people I notice, instead of using a different brush for a different color, they'll use moist washcloths, or they'll do different things to take most of the color off, and then they switch shadows. And I really don't do that. I always use a fresh brush every time, but those colors are pretty similar. So, okay, let me get the right one. I can't believe I did that. See, I don't hide behind fancy editing. I do the real thing. Finch on this brush, my favorite brush, this side. Sometimes it helps to do a wiggle like this. So get from the crease to the lash line. Sort of kind of a triangle. And now trying to get it symmetrical, that is so tricky. And especially if you know how your face is not perfectly symmetrical, you're going to try to do things so that it looks the best, but then you're thinking, oh, I did my eyebrows a little crooked, so I'm wondering why one eye has more lid space than the other, and why one wing is longer, and all that. And it's really maddening. So you have to, that's why getting your eyebrows, relaxing and getting your eyebrows done right before you stress out and everything else. That's the one thing, that stresses me out more than anything. That and the smearing of eyeliner and mascara. It comes off like here, and it comes off right up here, and it fucks up the makeup. I just hate that so much. And I don't know. I am not convinced that these primers so many of you use. Some of you use, there's a primer for every name of foundation there seems to be. It seems like you're spending more money for another layer of something that seems to me that would, instead of paving over your wrinkles and stuff, it would just give your makeup something else to collect into, so that it accentuates it. You notice when your makeup looks perfect when you just put it on, and then like an hour later, the foundation accentuates every wrinkle, and I look like my face is zebra striped because everything, and it irritates. But what can you do? You kids watching me, if this doesn't apply to you yet, just wait, it will. Okay, I hope this is symmetrical. You still want to get it kind of pointy. Okay, now we're going to do some blending. We're not going to blend the whole thing. We're going to try not to disturb the glitter, but just I want to blend some of the harshness of that fish that we did, and we're going to use for the blending brush. This is a B&H Cosmetics brush, and it is a fluffy, I guess it is called a blending brush. It was used once before, so I'm going to clean it off with this damp washcloth. It's really not too smart to do this, by the way, because damp things are a breeding ground for bacteria. But if you otherwise wash your washcloths, and I do every 2 or 3 washings, because I don't wash my hair I don't wash my face every 12 hours. If I do late night skincare, I'll wake up and I'll do the rest of it. Like last night, I had to do my first 5 steps of skincare, ending with the retinol, And then when I woke up, then I put the vitamin C on it, then an eye cream. Well, first I wiped the guckies out of my eyes, put the vitamin C on my face, then the eye cream, then the sunblock, and then, of course, the makeup. Anyway, I'm going to use this, and I'm not messing with all this. I just want to blend any harshness of that color and clean that up. Okay. Alright. Ooh, now we're going to use. Okay, this was what the white, pearly white was on. Now we are going to make a wing with one of these colors. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot something. We are going to use this color, this finch, and we're going to. This brush now is a little on the thick side for this, but we're going to try to get an under eye line with this brush. And of course, some of it's going to get on your eyeball because that's just. And there's already fallout from the glitter, but that's okay. With glitter, you pretty much have to accept that there's always going to be some fallout, and that's kind of ends up adding to the festivity of it. You know, because of the combination of the colors on this glitter, it actually is kind of a little on the subtle side. So if you want it to really pop, you have to really be generous with it, in my opinion. Especially if you're not doing a cut crease or anything like that. I can show you all kinds of makeup. I try to emphasize things that you could actually wear in real life, and I will differentiate between the things that'll work for a couple hours making videos around the house as opposed to doing the makeup and then going out walking a couple of blocks to maybe a dance floor or a library or the museum or maybe lunch with your friends or whatever. I'm trying to go for things that are workable in real life. Even if your real life is like my real life. And I know that I live a bit of an unconventional life in some ways because um, of my showbiz dreams and my love of freedom and my politics and my lifestyles and all kinds of interesting things that make me interesting and fun and all that groovy hippie horseshit stuff. I'm not going to carry this all the way underneath here because I'll take advantage of the glitter that's already on there. And you know what? I think I'm going to add a little bit more glitter with that finger. I'm just going to go to press, still keeping this plain. And this color of glitter is called Amuse Me. If you have a similar palette, similar colors, just follow along with them. Especially now, if you have, and I guess this could work with any color glitter. But I like this color. This glitter is a combination of green, blue, lavender, pink, mostly lavender. It seems like so. It ends up giving it kind of an ethereal skin tone kind of color, as opposed to a stark white or silver or gold. So, I like that. I like the complexity of these colors, even while following a similar basic theme. There is they're not complex in an ugly way. I have some palettes that have complex colors that are frankly some of them are actually pretty hideous, and I don't wear those colors too much, except when I think I need earth tones for something. But these colors are really interesting because especially when they veer neutral, but they have a certain color and sheen to them that makes them harmonize with the brights. So, okay, I think it's time for this wing. And we're going to use a similar color called Heron Chic. Now, I don't like the name for this. Heron is a bird, and I know this is a takeoff on Heron Chic. And as somebody who has been personally infected by friends dying in this opioid crisis, I think that is a distasteful, not funny name for makeup. The girl that owned Cassie the cat before I got her, she was a casualty of heroin. Now I'm going to use this Heron Chic, and I'm just going to make an eye line. See, this brush isn't as good as the one that I dropped on the floor because it was nice and firm. This is just uh, an eyeliner brush, but it's very, very, very soft. And this is a matte shadow, and I just want a line, a skinny line, just like you would get with eyeliner. Don't fatten it out, just let it get from here. I don't know that that's even showing up this. And I don't know that I could get these shadows wet. I don't want to mess up this palette. This color looks so similar to the other color. And with this brush, I'm afraid it's not standing out. And I'm going to be covering it up with black liquid eyeliner anyway, so. No, this doesn't look symmetrical to me, and it's driving me nuts. I hope you can see this. I don't know if I'm too close to the lighting or what. I can't do anything about the overhead. Okay, put this over here, and I am going to get the liquid eyeliner. The liquid eyeliner I'm using, I'm going to get all this stuff out now, is the Wet n Wild H2O proof. Lipstick I'm wearing is by Milani, and it's called Magenta Madness. This is like my second or my third tube of this. Sometimes it doubles as an eyebrow color, but not right now. I love this lipstick. This is perfect. And it smells kind of like perfumey grape, kind of. It's very pleasant, and it has a long shelf life. This has got to be 5 years old if it's a day. Whenever I see it on sale at a beauty supply place or a drugstore or something, I get it. I love it. This would be something I would have on either coast and reach for it. Because, like I said, it's lasted me years. And there's some lipstick brands, they go rancid after a couple of years. Like Elf lipsticks for some reason. Even though that said, I have a couple of Elf lipsticks that I still have, and I haven't bought for them in like 4 or 5 years at least. Okay, you have to shake the Wet n Wild H2O proof. You really do. And wipe excess off on the brush, because if you don't, it'll smear on this. I hope you don't hear what I hear. Some clown is parked out front with a loud stereo system playing that abysmal hip hop garbage. I do not like that stuff, with a very few exceptions. You know, all the cuss words, all the things against women. Uh, Good, alright. I love the sound of a closed door, which suggests that the person is actually parking their car and they're going away for. That's what keeps me from opening my window more times in the middle of the night. So I could tell that people are just getting ready to go to their cars, and then they will drive away. Hmm. I'm glad I found this again. I was straightening up, and this was wherever it was that I found it, and I was really glad. I can't stress enough how important it is to wipe off excess on that eyeliner. Otherwise, it smudges. I love the point on this. It's nice and pointy and firm. It won't wiggle all over the place. But if you have too much product, it will come off from the wand. I'm trying for a very thin line so that you could still see that color that we put. I'm getting an exact point here. I like to carry my eyeliner down to here. That is really my favorite. Oh, okay. I'm glad that I changed my opinion on this particular eyeliner because I really wasn't impressed with my first bottle of it. It smudged. It was not waterproof at all with my watery eyes. But now the second container of it, it really stays put. I can go out dancing. The end of the night, the eyeliner. I think sometimes this does happen though, but uh, I think the mascara smudges more than the eyeliner. This, speaking of mascara, this is the mascara I'm using. I open up all my other mascaras seem like they're drying up. This is a brand new Hang Fang brand max volume mascara. Excuse me, and you can see it's got a skull head on it. I think that's pretty badass. This is my second one. I got this from Wish.com. This must be kind of on the fragile side because this ended up breaking off, and I wasn't intending to break it off because I wanted to save the skull brush, but it broke off anyway. But other than that, look how big this mascara brush is. Is this not big? So I'm going to carefully, hope I don't do any smudging. This is not waterproof. I'm pretty sure it's not waterproof. I uh I don't know. I've been using soap and water, decent soap and water to wash my face. I even get it in my eyes. Well, I don't get it in my eyes because it burns like nothing. Nobody's business. But I still start off with soap. I do try to be very gentle around my eyes though, and I only use my fingertips. I'm going to be very careful with the lower lashes so that this does not smudge. I would also like to put a little bit more foundation around here, but I'm so afraid that if I do, it's going to make this stuff smudge. Uh, it's not even that I'm worried about that happening for me to be out getting my Wi-Fi thing. I literally don't want it to smudge while I'm still filming this. That's how quickly it happens. I hate having to choose between an under eye area that looks light and clean and having smudges and raccoon marks and stuff from your eyeliner and your mascara, and it ruins the whole look, and then there's no way of fixing it without getting into this vicious cycle. It's just like wearing a hat. I could see that I have purplish stuff here and here because I wear this knit hat, and it just smears my eyebrow makeup, and it's just irritating. Okay, let's talk about cheek color. For I started off with the highlight portion first, and I used the Ulta Beauty Shine Brighter palette that came with the eyeshadows that I showed you earlier, and they have a peachy color here that is supposed to be a highlighter. So I used that here, this area. I suppose it won't hurt to use a little more because it's kind of subtle. And up here some, and just a little bit here, and some here, and some here. And for the actual blush itself, I went into this B&H Cosmetics Wild and Alluring palette. I don't care for most of the colors, the shadows actually, with the exception of this turquoise here that's more green. But I do use the pink blush, and to a lesser extent, I use a bronzer. But since the bronzer is both warm and frosty, it's not a very practical color for a bronzer. And I don't really do bronzers too much because I am pale and don't pretend to be otherwise. You can get this on your finger, or you can use a brush. I already put some on, but I'll put a little tiny bit more on. I always try to concentrate most of my cheek colors on the upper third of my cheek, so that it doesn't draw your face down, and it acts kind of like a gravity, like a facelift kind of, but the more you draw the color down, it's like pulls your face down, supposedly. I don't know. But in the case it is true, why chance it, right? Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more under eye color because I think this look needs it. And this color, again, is called Finch. And again, my favorite B&H brush. I hope this looks symmetrical. I hope it looks as good on camera as it seems to in my mirror. What do you think? Oh, I tied my hair, but good. It's like, Leather, why do you have a crew cut? Oh, you won't believe this. My hair got tied up in such a knot, and I couldn't untie it. Ah, my hair's a mess. Oh well. Want to see my Cassie girl? Look. Oh, look at that Cassie girl. She was all asleep. Yes, she was. I was putting my makeup on it. She was all asleep. She's so pretty. I had to play Steal a Cat earlier because I was getting ready doing my show prep, and there was no kitties around. I could not find you. I could not find Tabby Boy. There was no kitties. Nobody playing ball in the hall. No meow, meow, meow. Nobody scratching in their box. Nobody scratching in the bag they like to play in. Nobody playing in the special cardboard boxes in the kitchen they like to play. Where were the kitties? I think I know where the kitty was. You were down the end of the hall visiting the other roommate, and when he's around, you have no need for me. No, you're too good for me. You're too good for anybody else. You're too good for, oh, I don't know what it is, what your problem is. Hey, hey. So this is what I live with, okay? This is my Cassie girl. So, and by the way, when you have makeup companies that make cutesy names for makeup like Heron Chic, the lady who used to have this Cassie the cat died of a heroin overdose, okay? So makeup companies, there's nothing funny about drug overdose and things like that. That's not funny, right? No, don't you miss your mommy? Don't you miss Teresa? Yes, you're making holes in my arms. Thank you. Meow, 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 meow. Okay. Do you like this makeup? Was it easy enough? Did I use enough colors in this compact? Bye bye Birdie. Buy ColourPop. Get it. You can get a lot of looks out of this palette. This is what, the fourth look I've come out of it. You got your bright looks and your soft looks. Okay, if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you like me and my content, I'd love to have you subscribe. If you do, hit the bell. That way you won't miss anything I post. Love to take you on my adventures. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.